Anderson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
And this is the opportunity Sam Darnold's been working for. I mean, to resurrect his career after some struggles early on in New York. He's had a bit of a mixed bag, but there is no mistaking the physical talent, the arm strength, the ability to play quarterback at a high level. He has it all. There's a reason he was drafted where he was, Mike, and I think Minnesota has themselves a sleeper here at the quarterback position.
They'll put Addison in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he gets this to the 40. That's about a yard short of the first down, so we'll have 3rd down coming up.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under right. He goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the number 1 overall pick in 2021. National champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. He runs with it. He's going to let it go deep for Chase.
Illegal forward pass, offense. That penalty is declined. Here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on
Delay
third
game,
and short.
offense. Still third down. Gun.
So, from 3rd and 2, back them up to 3rd and 7. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it's going to be 4th down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 4th down.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Brandon Powell returns for the Vikings. Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe. The Vikings offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. They'll put Addison in motion. To throw on 1st down is Darnold. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion, it's Jefferson. Play fake to Jones, now Darnold. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down, Minnesota.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Now here's Aaron Jones. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing, Darnold. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And a short pickup down inside the 10. On second down, it's Jones. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach fourth down by what they call on third down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on fourth. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on fourth down is leaning towards settling for 3.
On fourth down, it's Will Reichard time for this Viking field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
Looked like he
Defense.
might have gotten there early. First and 10.
Let's get set.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, his quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Here we go.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their third attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. If you got to start looking elsewhere, you don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
That is a big play for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track. Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. In motion, it's Jefferson. So, a field goal apiece here in that first quarter. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. A good spot here, second and a yard. On the ground now with Jones. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Try and run for the first down with Jones.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Again, it's Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They run it once more with Jones. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. That's caught once again by Hawkinson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the right side, he's got Hawkinson, his tight end. And he will score. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Minnesota.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. It's up and good. And the Vikings take a 10-3 lead. Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down. 5-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Let's get set.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On comes the punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Geno Stone with the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Yo, gang.
Here's Ryan Wright now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort.
What's up?
To return is Williams. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. That.
Burrow. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where
Watching the stream, my boy.
he tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here we go. Here we go.
They bring Chase in motion.
That.
Burrow here on second down. Passing right side, and Chase has it. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Here we go.
Third down and 9. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still third down. On one, ready?
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third
Gun.
and long.
Stop. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Here comes the screen to Jones. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Oh, we tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw is Burrow. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty.
That penalty is declined. On 2. Here we go.
Second down, Burrow. To the goal line and in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time.
It's up and through.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bengals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Offense. Still first down. On 1, ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them
Delay of game.
5.
Offense. Still first down.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. Still first down.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. So that'll cost them half the distance.
Still first down.
And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back
Delay
them
of
up
game.
halfway.
Offense.
That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there.
Still first down.
And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. He's going to keep it himself. And that'll help a bit. They're still well short of the sticks. A solid pickup on that first down play.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Here we go.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
of game. Offense. Still first down.
Nice.
Gun. Cut.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover.
Cold face.
In this case, nothing materializes.
On one, ready?
Tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
That's their 2nd. On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals go up by. It's ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
The throw on first down is Darnold. That one caught by Hawkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. His offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He'll air it out down the middle. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Now, Burrow. Now he'll run. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself.
I'm out of the second half, and of note, that means they will not be able to challenge the rest of the game.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Burrow. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Gun. God.
Burrow now. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
McPherson now for the PAT. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. So the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Aaron Jones that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, down with yards after the catch. 2, team's willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going.
Let's get set. Shot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to tuck it and go. That pickup good for 29 yards.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-signed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down. Here we go. Dad.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll run again. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to take this into the end zone. Sensational play for the moment. There's a marker down. I don't think he's going to like the result of this flag. Oh, just a terrible feeling. The penalty wipes out that long touchdown. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Dad.
Burrow to throw. This one, deep downfield for Chase. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
On one, ready?
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Bengals out and ready to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Set.
Darnold. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Darnold. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Darnold to the air once more. He's going to let one fly for Addison. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Von Bell.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
On 2, ready? Here we go, here we go.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow. He's going to run it. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. That escape ability on display. As you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position.
Here we go.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. There he goes again. Taking advantage of the room to run a gainer. We're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
of game, offense. Still 1st down.
Gun.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
Stop.
To throw is Burrow. Oh, he's got a man running with them, and they connect. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
On 1, ready?
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Let's get set.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
Stop.
They'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively.
Here we go.
It's 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion.
Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. And that one, not going to have enough leg behind it. Not by a long shot. It is no good. And this will stay a 2-possession game. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. EA
sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 56 rematch. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams under the lights on Thursday night.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Enough build-up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And here we go from L.A. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag.
Yo. Watching the stream, my boy. Nice. Cold face. Fire, 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 fire.
Before it stopped. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still second down.
On 1, ready?
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Sending a receiver left. Here's 2nd and 7. Headed out right. On the move, looking deep down the middle. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Red ball skills isn't just knocking. Good job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Here we
On third down, here's Burrow. On the move, headed right. Yeah, that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And they're up against it. Fourth down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still,
they don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. 3rd down coming. Another run for Williams. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it brings up an LA 1st down. And 10. Straight ahead with Williams. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Remain Pratt with the play defensively. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that makes it 3rd down. Stafford from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. It's a 36-yard look from the left hash. Slides kick is up and good. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. And he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Forced out to his right. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Burrow out of the shotgun. Buys time, rolling right. Fits it through the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Burrow setting up the play action. Buying some time right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. Jukes one defender. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He rolls to his right. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead.
Rams 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have it on 3rd and 5. Stafford now. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I wish every fan could just get the perspective on the field. When you stand on the sidelines, you realize how fast this game is. And as a QB, you've got to understand, when you get that amount of time, you've got to get rid of the ball because this game moves in a hurry.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 21. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series.
Ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0 and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead they take the penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Juke the defender. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And he'll dive for a little extra yardage, and he's down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still 1st down.
On one, ready?
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Ready?
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, here's Burrow. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that will set up first and goal.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
On one, ready?
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals now lead by 10. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
McPherson at the point after. And the extra point is... It is good. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And they find themselves trailing by 11 as they take over down 14-3. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. So cobble together a yard there. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To throw, Stafford. He lets a heater go deep, middle. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams make it a 1-score game in the first half. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Burrow. He's on the move. This one taken in by Chase. Keeps himself upright. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I can guarantee you that's going to be Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Escapes the pocket. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McPherson to add the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Rams headed out to the field now. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams to start the drive. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a 1st down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Stafford. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Stafford again. He completes it in traffic. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Stafford now on third down. Cut by the open man. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Stafford from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams make it a one-score game before halftime. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Cardi now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And backed up this deep in their own territory, probably content to just take that lead into the locker room. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty.
Still first down.
The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Still first down.
Burrow from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
That is the halfway point here on Thursday night. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
They fake the handoff now, Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. This is ahead for about 5. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They're going play action. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's sack number 2 for this guy, and we've got plenty of game left for him to keep wrecking it. And this is where offensively now you've got to do something. You got to make an adjustment. You got to slide to him. You got to chip to him, because defensive end has been a nightmare.
The Rams are set to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. That's taken on the 7. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it'll be Bengals football. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Flushed out of the pocket. Gonna throw deep across the field, left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action now. Burrow. Forced out to his right. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jared Verse on the tackle.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow back to throw. Avoid some trouble there. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. And he just kept going backward, trying to find an escape. And that just got tougher and tougher to watch, Brock, as it went.
Such an empty feeling for a quarterback because you're trying to keep the play alive. But let me give some credit to the defense here, because it takes swarm, it takes attack, it takes all of them to finally get to the quarterback, and they're rewarded with 2 pretty big points.
Out now for the free kick, hoping their defense can answer a safety with a stop of their own.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford. That's taken in by Cup. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing now, off play action. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And they're following that big play. On 1st down, here's Stafford. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now Stafford to throw. Finds his target, Robinson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Looking to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
So close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throw complete to Williams. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Stafford now. Setting up the running back screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. The Rams get two, and then he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the fourth.
Here we go.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he got three. And they get to him again. And a back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up for the third down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Third and long. Here's Burrow. Chased out to his right. Down the run. They connect on the 10 inside the opposing 30. He's on the move. Now the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a fourth quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two.
Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Flushed out now to his left. And he's tackled for no gain.
You spend all week on two-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Give to Williams from the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Stafford now on first down. Fits it through the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up first and 10.
Set.
From the red zone now. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready.
Now Stafford again. Has it in close. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
All right, here we go. Huge play for the Rams, going for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion. Brock, their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Has this at the 6. And his return's going to go out of bounds and set them up with a drive starting from the 20. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Headed out right. On the move, looking deep down the middle. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. Got to secure the pick before anything else.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. That one's complete, right side. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Only one timeout left, but they do have the 2-minute warning coming up as well. They've got 1st and 10. Buying some time right. Now he throws deep across the field. He's got it inside the 10. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that deep.
Midfield after just 1 play. Back to throw. incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Setting up to pass. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. 1st and 10 from the 41. He'll look to throw it. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll run. This is Williams. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Desperation time here on 4th. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. So no return on that punt, and the Rams will take possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And now they face 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.